This episode of Food Mob is brought to you by Gamefly and GoDaddy. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 21 of Food Mob in rainy Ireland. It's miserable today, isn't it? Outside cam, lift the shutters up. Really, that is what you think of when you think of Ireland. Just back from the hurling. Would anybody have a clue what hurling is on this show now? Can you put in some footage?
Yeah, hurling, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
hurling, crazy game with sticks. I don't know how they don't take each other's heads off.
I don't know how they don't break each other's hands in half. It's the most ridiculous game ever.
Insane.
Amazing.
I'll give you some. Oh no, I don't have footage. Get some footage from someone.
Cool.
Welcome to Tom, Lauren. Everybody's back this week. Full house. Happy days. Aaron is in a cheery mood, which is fairly unusual for a Sunday.
Yeah, I haven't been drinking that much.
Yeah, it's kind of put those two and two together without you having to tell me that.
Pretty much.
Tabasco challenge.
Tom thought he was real smart coming late. Not late enough.
So for anybody who hadn't seen, a couple of weeks ago we said what? Most Twitter followers wouldn't have to do it. So I think that was Tom who lost. So glass of eggs, Tabasco stuff, we'll do it at the end of the show.
Sounds good to me.
Fair enough.
Bet's a bet?
Man up. No, fair enough.
Yeah, man up.
Then we have to give you a chance to get him afterwards then though.
Yeah, oh, another one back,
Yeah,
double or quits.
Yeah.
Alright. I can always, yeah.
I better drink my beer.
Cool.
So yeah, get a bit tipsy for it. This week, I'm actually going to just start a little reduction here. We're making Eggs Benedict. Haven't had a great reception to it from you guys, apart from Lauren.
Because I can't eat it.
Lauren can't eat it because she's dieting.
I thought I was getting a curry or something and I'm getting eggs.
Aaron wants food. Tom thinks it's healthy or something. No?
No, I like Eggs Benedict.
You do?
Yeah.
All I'm doing there is a little bit of a vinegar reduction, which takes a little bit of time, because as I'm doing that, I want to tell you about our photos and our competition. Model the book.
It's like my weekly job. Who modelled it last week?
I don't think we did. We did a very quick show last week. Basically, I wanted to give it away today, but we are 8
Oh, that's a good thing.
miserable little fans away on our YouTube page. 8. Look, I'll show you. Can you zoom in there?
I don't think so. I can't see it.
Can't see it?
No.
Basically 49992.
No way.
Yeah, so we're 8 short. We need to get to 5,000. So all you have to do to win that amazing book that's worth tons of money is subscribe to our channel on YouTube, which is youtube.com/foodmob, and somebody will win it. Next week now, unfortunately, providing we can get 8 people. Starting off with some photos this week. Tons of photos. An apology last week for our show being a little bit late. I know that annoyed a few people. We basically were a little bit late with it ourselves, and then it got lost in translation somewhere across the Atlantic in technology speak, and that's why it's late. I don't know if that's really a very plausible excuse. First one this week is, oh, I could murder that right now.
I was hoping it wasn't something. Oh,
Fry up. Fry up bacon, eggs, tomatoes, mushrooms. That is sent in by the lovely Natasha Winstone. Natasha, you've got a lot of comments under that photo, and rightly so. That looks fan-diddly-tastic. Next one, also on Facebook. So if you're wanting to submit photos of anything, really, people send in herbs, all sorts of random stuff. Not anything, probably food related or drink. Facebook.com/foodmob. More people on there, the better. Somebody here, Howard Smith, one of our bigger contributors, has sent in, I haven't got time to read it all, but it's basically really nice little Mexican type salsa salad parcels with loads of nice stuff on there. Really nice. I just love seeing what people are eating. What have you guys been eating this weekend? Anything nice? You had a Chinese. Just tell us what you just told us there a minute ago.
I had a Chinese takeaway and a McDonald's takeaway last night.
In one night.
But in my defence, the Chinese was disgusting and I had about 4 bites, so we went down to McDonald's afterwards.
But you had a Chinese and a McDonald's in one night.
In one night.
McDonald's anyway.
Yeah, for sure. What?
Having a McDonald's anyway.
No, I know. It was a moment of weakness, hungover.
Next photo sent in by Pablo Garcia of the tuna ramen. He's scored his tuna absolutely spot on. Best scoring that I've seen since Wayne Rooney with the hookers. That probably won't make any sense to American viewers, but one of the bigger stars over here has been caught, football stars, Wayne Rooney, probably saw him in the World Cup, has been caught sleeping with prostitutes, which we do not condone here on the show. Sniggers from behind the cameras there.
Stunned by the camera.
You're obviously saying you do condone it, is it?
No,
Is that...
no, I just think it's funny you have to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Last one is on Flickr, which is sent in, which is somebody doing a big, huge pot of the French onion soup, which looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm trying to see their name. G-Rash. G-Rash.
G-Rash, wow, that's a great...
G-Rash, yeah.
G-Rash.
Is French onion soup healthy without the bread and cheese?
No.
Oh, what's in it that's bad?
Brandy. The onions and all that is probably quite healthy, but you filming? We've got a new cameraman. New cameraman on set, Tom Cam.
Do you want to do the sponsoring for now? Just because I have to.
I want to do the sponsor. Yes, I do. The first sponsor this week, Aaron has thrown me completely off guard, but will mobilise very smoothly. The computer's crashed. I'm not going to be able to mobilise very smoothly. First sponsor this week is GoDaddy. Web hosting from GoDaddy.com includes 99.9% uptime, 24/7 support and free access to Hosting Connection, the place to install over 30 applications sure to help you get the most from your hosting plan and website. Check out revision3.com/GoDaddy for a list of all the amazing GoDaddy deals from Revision 3. So basically, you're all probably very tech savvy watching the show, but if you do want to buy a domain, or if you're not even up to speed with tech speak, if you want to get a website and you want somewhere to put that website, you're going to need an address, www.aarongoodliff or whatever it is. You can go along to GoDaddy. They've got a great little search box in there that you can go through all the names. Very frustrating. Have any of you guys ever looked for a domain name? It's obviously very good on GoDaddy, but have you ever tried to find a name that's free?
Yeah.
Oh, so hard. But if you are doing it, GoDaddy's the place to do it because you can search immediately and they give you back the results. Brilliant. So if you want to get a cheap domain, use the code MOB1 to get 10% off any order. MOB2, 5% off any order of $30 or more. MOB3, $7.99.com domain name. Can't beat that. You could get a domain name right now using MOB3 for $7.99. So go along there, support the show. GoDaddy, great sponsor. Very glad to have them. Is that in your way there?
It is. So there we go.
Is that in your way?
That's perfect.
Thank you. Right, back to the business of cooking. We've done very little cooking so far in the show this week. We're going to make one of the hardest sauces in the world. This is like a ninja sauce. It's so hard to make.
Cool.
Well, it's not really that. It is hard actually. I'm not going to lie to you. It's pretty hard.
This is for Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict. So it's called a Hollandaise sauce. Have you ever had Hollandaise sauce?
Oh, Hollandaise. Is this the one that I was going on
We're
about?
going to make.
Oh yeah, that you said.
So what I've done is I've got a little white wine reduction vinegar. So you saw me putting the white wine in. It's reduced down. Can you smell that, anybody?
Yeah.
Really strong and vinegary. That's come off the heat. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lose the egg whites. Obviously, it's a bit of a waste, but if you're making it, you could keep them for a meringue or egg white omelette or whatever it is. I'm going to pop them in there. Quite unhealthy sauce, Hollandaise. Egg yolks and butter, basically. But very, very tasty. Tasty as a mother. Tasty as a mother.
Mothers are tasty.
Mothers are tasty. Is that what you said?
Well, that's what you just said.
Yes. Ah, that's hot. Forgot that was hot. So, I'm basically just whisking my my bowl's slightly warm. Whisking my egg yolks together. And what I'm going to do in a separate pan is melt my butter. So basically what you want to do is I'm kind of just making sure that I've got everything ready in advance. So nice big, there's quite a lot of butter in here. It's scary when you see how much butter goes in.
That is how much butter is going in.
Yeah. That's why when you're having...
How many is that going to feed?
about 6.
For Christ's sake.
So that's when people say that Hollandaise sauce is unhealthy, mayonnaise is unhealthy, stuff like that. You're like, ah yeah, but it's not that bad, you know? And that's how much goes in. But look, let's not focus on the unhealthy part. Let's focus on the taste. Tell us about the big debate we had, Tom, the other day where you thought that croissants were healthy. And tell us how, just walk us through.
Okay, so we were getting a bit of breakfast and you said you were going to get a pound of chocolate and I said, oh no, I'm going to be healthy, so I'm going to get a croissant instead. So I don't know, it's just I've always thought that croissants were a healthy dish, like as opposed to fries and that kind of stuff, but I've been ridiculed ever since, so I now know my mistake.
Well, in fairness, thinking that croissants are healthy, you deserve to be ridiculed. That is possibly the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard said in my life. Right, so we're melting the butter down, and what we want to do is get it nutty and brown.
bit on brown.
Shouldn't take too long. Bit of a drama there with Skycam Aaron, I noticed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just yeah.
Well, what do you want me to say? I'm very annoyed that we don't have Skycam.
When you say it's a sad day.
All I needed was tape, no tape.
Okay, so watch this. This is complicated. Now, I must admit, this is probably the most complicated thing we've ever done.
This is probably the biggest reason why we need Skycam today, and we don't have it.
It's not there. Over a bowl of hot water. Very, very careful not to make it too hot. If it gets too hot, it's basically your eggs are going to scramble. Okay. So my butter's melted, and all I'm doing is constantly whisking, pouring this lovely mixture in. If I go too fast, what's going to happen is it's going to split. Do you know what I mean by splitting?
No.
I don't mean leaving. I mean basically it separates, so you'd just be left with eggs and butter in there. So we're trying to make an emulsion, which is where it stays together. So constantly whisking. It's a bit of a slow, boring process, but that's the way it is. Now, I'm going to take that off the heat because I'm really scared of the heat and making it too hot. There's enough heat in there. You've got to just think about it when you're cooking with like common sense. It's like, if I make that too hot, what happens when you make eggs hot? They scramble, right? So we're just trying to keep it at sort of body temperature, a little bit warm. The butter that's going in is slightly warm as well. So I want to just sort of gently cook it. Is this something you guys could tackle, do you think?
No.
Definitely not?
Definitely not.
Couldn't be hard.
The problem is that if I was doing the sauce, I could only make the sauce. I couldn't make anything else as well.
No, but that's the good thing is you can make it in advance.
Oh.
So like when you're in a restaurant and you get Eggs Benedict, they'd have a load of this made up, so as you could, it doesn't keep for very long though. So as you could just spoon it on as the orders go out. If you keep it too long, it does split.
And you can't rescue it if it splits.
Very difficult. You might have also seen Hollandaise sauce with steaks. Seen that, anybody?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, just got tarragon in it. Right, now that is pretty much that. I'm going to just do a tiny bit, heat that vinegar up and add a tiny bit more in there. All you want is a couple of spoonfuls of this vinegar reduction. Tiny, tiny little bit. That's our sauce. Now, I want to season it. I'd be surprised if many people cook this because it's probably a little bit intimidating now.
I'm not
It's not
fucking
something
making
you
it.
can buy, is it? You can buy
No,
it in packet.
the thing about Hollandaise sauce is you have to make it fresh. Absolutely have to make it fresh, but it is so delicious as a sauce. Now, a lot of debate about why you should put underneath Eggs Benedict. You could go with English muffins. You could go with bread, I've seen in places. I just like bagels. I think they're nice and sort of, not meaty, but nice thick texture.
You having a little conversation here, yeah?
Okay.
Having a conversation that the real reason we're not using muffins is because there were no muffins in the shop.
I think that's a scandalous accusation.
Wild accusations here.
Wild accusations on the left. Right, while you guys were speculating, I popped the vinegar in there. I just want to taste it. Spot on. Very, very, very tasty. Now, we're going to set that to one side. That's our sauce ready. Aaron,
That's the sauce. So we actually have eggs to cook as well. I thought you could have cooked that as the eggs.
That's eggs.
What? There's fucking eggs in there though.
So you thought
could
Eggs
just
Benedict
cook
was
that.
a sauce?
Oh, you're just going to pour that on a bake.
No, as in you could cook that and then put it on a bagel.
So you thought...
What's wrong with that? There's eggs in that.
Just pour that on a bagel.
I just said cook that and then put it on a bagel. There's eggs in there. You cook that like scrambled eggs, no? If you cook that, would it could turn into scrambled eggs?
So just let me get this straight. Let's,
Yeah.
let's rewind a bit. You thought Eggs Benedict was the bagels and that. No, I can see where you're coming
but
from.
But if you cook that a bit more, would it turn into scrambled eggs?
And butter. And
Yeah.
like, it's just, I can see exactly where you're coming from, but it's basically the sauce that goes on top of the eggs. We're doing poached eggs.
Oh, poached eggs, okay.
You with me?
I'm a bit just there.
I know we lost you for a second. Very, very confusing for you.
Didn't appreciate the evil laugh from Lauren over there.
Doing a little bit of washing. Right, now, all that I'm going to do is, it's kind of a lot of coordination going on at the moment. I'm going to get a little bit of oil. This is why you're not going to make this every day of the week. You're not going to wake up in the morning and have 10 minutes before you go to the office and rustle up a quick Eggs Benedict. It's a weekend dish. It's for cooking for 4 people when they come around, and you know you want to spoil them. Spinach in there, just a little bit of oil. Spinach is the easiest thing in the world to cook. People are scared of it. It's not. Just whack it in a pan and heat it up, basically. Even Azar could do that.
Probably could.
Okay, time to start assembling. This is a very, very, very crucial time. Bagels are ready. I'm going to serve up 2, I think. Now, everything's sort of being a little sort of production line. You're going to probably be all over the place panicking, but basically, first step, a little bit of your sauce around your bagel.
Oh, so you could just eat that with the bagels.
Yeah, if you wanted a bagel with sauce on it. Unfortunately, we're making...
So if you were having bagels with mayo?
If you're having bagels with mayo...
What was that like? Killer zoom as well, eh?
Right, spinach. All you want to do with spinach is you just barely want to wilt it. Have you ever had spinach where it's black and overcooked and disgusting?
Yeah.
Does cooking the spinach, you cook the iron out of it?
Does cooking spinach cooking you the iron out of it?
Don't you know how spinach
Yes.
has iron? When
No.
you cook it, do you lose that?
No, the rule with vegetables and stuff is you don't want to overcook them because you do lose a lot of the nutrients the more you cook them. But you're not going to lose the goodness really doing this. So, generous big spoonful up on top. Nice colours already, no?
Alright, yeah.
Do you like spinach, Aaron? Is that to your
Spinach is
taste?
fine. I've had it like sandwiches. Nice.
No. Very colourful. Hope you have your camera ready today, do
I
you?
do, yeah. But you're gonna have to make another one.
No. Oh, I can't.
Why not?
All going on one.
Alright, all the ham.
Yeah.
Serious?
Oh, yeah.
Could you use bacon instead of ham? Yeah.
You could. A lot of people use like tons of different varieties. Like, have you seen spinach or not spinach? Smoked salmon, bacon, all that sort of stuff. Right, eggs. Showed you how to poach eggs on the show before, and as a little tip, but I'll go through it for people who haven't seen it. Basically, my water's come to the boil. I'm adding in a little bit of vinegar, white wine vinegar. And the key is to get that water to cool down. So you're poaching eggs. You're not boiling eggs. You're not simmering, you're poaching. Poaching is at 97 degrees. Another little tip is swirl the water around just before you put them in. And you see the way there, it has just stopped boiling and is just underneath boiling point. Very hot. Okay, now, you might want to have a look in there, Aaron.
I might.
Going for 2 eggs. I should have put a third one in for insurance in case it split, but I'm pretty confident. So you can see it's just simmering there. It's not boiling in any way.
Very interesting.
Now, luckily, our eggs are looking absolutely spot on. At this stage, what you might just do is just pop that under the grill for the last 10 seconds, just to sort of warm it up. You want your eggs, do you guys like your eggs? You don't like your poached eggs like hard in any way, do you? Nice and runny.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't know.
nearly there. Right.
So what's the trick with poached eggs? Slotted spoon is it?
Yes, slotted spoon is the trick, Aaron. Well prompted. This spoon has some holes in it. It's not actually a proper slotted spoon, but it works. If you're trying it with a normal spoon, like say a bigger version of that, the water wouldn't be able to escape. So nobody likes like really watery poached eggs or, you know, juice flowing out of them. So you want a slotted spoon. All the water can escape. Thanks for that tip, Aaron.
No problem.
Well remembered. Now, I'm just going in fishing for him. Look at that, perfect poached egg.
Looks alright.
It's all right. Another little tip is you want to flip the egg as it goes on. Now, I've made a little sort of a hole in the middle there because you want it to sit up and flip. Perfect. This guy's boiling pretty fast. If I get 2 out of 2, will you be impressed?
I don't know if you got to it. Is that one definitely alright?
I think it's a beauty. On it goes. Now, I just want to clean around the sides of this. This is really, if you like, a lot of people would pick this as their favorite breakfast dish, I think.
Would you not pour that sauce on top, or is it really just
What
for
do you
the
think?
bottom? What, you put it on the fucking bagel like...
I'm literally like trying to, yeah. So, Thanks for the tip. I'd actually never thought of this, but thanks, thanks, Aaron. Looks really well on top, actually. Who would have thought?
Fuck's sake, they look so bad for you. They look like hamburgers, but
Amazing.
They're not great for you. Like,
no,
I'm not
they
gonna,
look like they're fucking heart attacks waiting to happen.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, a little sprinkle of paprika over on top just to fucking colour it up. And I think
No need for a curse there, but whatever.
just to licking. Basically, that's it. One of the nicest breakfast dishes you'll absolutely ever have. Bang, finished. Get stuck in there, Aaron. Yes. Guys, have a little taste there. I know you're trying to be healthy, but no harm having a little corner. Have a corner, have a corner. Come on. Huge effort's gone into this. For you guys to sit back and say, that disgusts me, really makes me angry. Just clearly know what you said. Aaron, you were quite skeptical. You thought it was a...
Can't fucking get into this, but whatever.
You originally thought it was hollandaise on bread.
Hollandaise on toast.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I trust this. I might get sick.
You might get sick. It's not really a great validation. Now, as Aaron gets stuck into that, he'll tell us what it's like afterwards, or tell us now.
Yeah, it's really, you can really tell that it's like
Bad for you.
full force, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll have some other.
As Aaron gets stuck into that, I'm going to tell you about our second sponsor this week, which is Gamefly. So Gamefly is the largest online video game rental service. It offers you a choice from over 6,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds. Prices start at $15.95 a month. Gamefly members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they like. The only question I have is, why is Gamefly not in Ireland? So annoying. I wish it was, because it's a fantastic service. Basically, you get posted out 4 games at a time, keep them as long as you want, send them back, no late fees. I was always getting stung with the late fees anytime I did anything like that. You guys?
Oh yeah. Barred at the door of every video shop in the country.
Literally barred, like driving 5 miles to a new video shop. So if you go along to gamefly.com/foodmob, you'll get some great discounts there. Really great way of supporting the show. Know a lot of people out there are gamers. Bit of an Angry Birds man myself at the moment. Have you tried Angry Birds?
Yeah, it's stupid.
You're terrible at it though.
That's so
What do you mean
good.
I'm terrible?
You're terrible at it. He was trying to do it the other day and I had to show him that the bird's broken in 3 different birds.
Yeah, that was like the
You
first
tried.
day.
Oh, man.
First day.
So a real game though, like Call of Duty Black Ops, which is out in a couple of weeks.
Call of Duty Black Ops, yeah, I'm all over that.
Call of Duty, the highest selling game of all time. Actually, media think it made like billions.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't
What
wait.
about Sims? Do they still make that?
Yeah, it's kind of crap though. Like.
It's a lot.
It's gone real like girly.
Sarah's
and-
mad for Call of Duty.
Halo. Nice new Halo.
They've all moved online like Sims games. Like they're all now. That's like Facebook fucking
Fucking
what's that thing called? The Farmville.
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 Right. Time for one of the biggest classics in the history of the world. Any guesses what it is?
I'd say it's,
Toast.
Toast.
we are making bread.
Toast. It is a grilled cheese sandwich. Now, sounds easy, but I'm going to show you how to make an absolutely... It's a little sort of extension of a grilled cheese sandwich. Again, people are going to write in or say that it's not a classic way of doing it, but this is the way I do it, and it's very, very tasty. Thin little bit of butter on the outside, right? So flip those over. Tiny little bit, right? Not much at all. What that does is it gives it tons of flavour, and it also helps it cook. Now, we didn't get sliced Emmental, mainly because Lauren...
Well, mainly because it wasn't written on the list. The sliced
It wasn't written on the list. Right, a little bit of butter. So now this is the inside of the bread, right? Would be much better if we had the sliced Emmental, but we'll have to make do. No, doesn't matter. Different cheeses that you could use usually a white cheese, so like an Emmental, a Gruyere.
Mozzarella be good?
You could do it with mozzarella, but that's not a grilled cheese sandwich.
Would it not go watery?
It would kind of, depends what sort you used. Now, the key is just to layer it in on the inside. You're probably thinking like, this is not even a recipe, like why are we doing this? It's
But
just,
we just couldn't think of anything else.
it's just to get it absolutely perfect is the tricky part. So nice, generous, big bits of cheese in there. Slice that last bit down at an angle. Would you ever have a grilled cheese as a snack?
No.
Yes.
Grilled cheese and ketchup.
Oh, no way.
No?
Ruining it with ketchup.
Oh,
What about
ke-
relish? Would Ballymaloe relish be good enough?
Relish would be alright, but it's
Ballymaloe
overcomplicating it for the sake of it. Like, why
You can buy relish in the thing like ketchup though.
Yeah, but I mean ketchup. That's it. That's all you want. Why
What would you have it plain?
Pretty much plain, yeah.
plain?
No.
Right. So
Maybe some mayo.
generous amount of cheese in there. Now, a little bit of butter again.
A little bit.
Pan, heat it up to a decent temperature. Now you don't want to hang around here, just in it goes. You'll notice I don't have any oil or anything in there. And we're just going to cook those over a sort of a medium heat. Just trying to brown them up. So that, like I was saying, the butter does a couple of things. It cooks it, because it's got that nice sort of, it's oil, it's like a fat, but it also gives it a lovely nutty texture that we know that you like your nuts, Aaron. Have you had many nuts recently?
Yeah, in and around in my mouth. They're very nice.
What, like just
Walnuts.
walnuts? Would you like a mixed bag of nuts?
Yeah, exactly.
That sort of nuts? Okay. I've got the oven on as well, which is key.
You got the oven on.
The key is like you want to melt the cheese, like you want to get it.
So it's baked.
Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah. Stringy cheese.
Magic. No.
Oh.
Like, yeah, stringy cheese. Right, that's the colour we're looking for. See that colour? Absolutely spot on.
Made a bit of mess.
I'm only going to cook one at a time. I'm trying to be a little bit over eager there by doing two at the same time. Little knob of butter in the side.
For God's sake.
What's wrong with the butter?
Not a little bit is grand, but you're adding like about 4.
It looks like
kilos.
I did like a smear, like a tiny little smear. So in it goes, starting to brown up really nicely. And then it's just a case of popping it into the oven. And that's it. I know that looks really, really simple, but trust me, with the butter spread on top, into the oven, all that very, very tasty. We'll set these guys over here. Pop him over there. Now, tell me a funny story in the 30 seconds that is in the oven.
Wow. Tom.
No, can't sting me with that. Someone else.
Tom, what are you going to do after you've drank the Tabasco
Oh.
with eggs?
Is that still going on?
Yeah, I think so. You maybe want to
Set
prepare
some
that?
rules for that.
You want to prepare that? Yeah,
got the
I'll-
eggs.
we'll go with Worcestershire sauce, oil, chili or plain? Plain.
Chili.
No, we'll go like chili, probably a step
It's
too
gotta be
far.
like a shot glass.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Well, we said full glass.
vanilla essence
Vanilla essence.
to sort of spice it up. A little bit of honey
Oh, here, fuck it.
and
Is this safe?
And 1 egg.
this is safe, and 1 egg. Like
We have 1 egg there. Whoa, ruining the illusion here.
You're ruining the illusion.
That is basically it. We're going.
Holy
very-
shit.
Come on, that glass is
No, no, we won't go full. We won't go full. So it's an egg. Basically a very traditional cocktail. Little drizzle of oil.
No, here.
That was a drizzle. That was a drizzle. Tom, if you're taking on bets that you can't fulfill, there's no point.
You really should have just approached Niall during the
Don't
week.
need the oil as well. I really don't.
Oh, I just gave a drizzle of oil.
Oh.
A little bit of honey, sweeten it up for
Look
you.
how small that is. That's
That's
tiny.
nothing. It's actually nothing. It's like eating a muffin or something. That's not good. Seriously. I could put flour in that and it would be a muffin.
Give it a whiz there.
Many
Remember your
followers?
cheese. Is your
Many
cheese?
followers did you get out of it?
cheese
I got, I'd say about
50-ish.
60 followers.
Really? That's worth it.
The
I
problem,
went from like 184 to 230.
the problem is your campaign wasn't well enough structured.
Yeah.
You could have
No,
won.
my campaign was weak.
Your campaign was weak. There you go. It's very easy.
Seriously, I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. Seriously, dude.
It's not
It's
that
not
bad.
bad.
Look at
I'm
it.
telling you.
Do I have to down the whole thing? Or can I just take it like a sip of it?
I'd down it.
Down
if I
it.
was you.
Seriously?
It's like
Yeah.
a muffin. It's actually not bad.
If you get sick, it's better.
I'm telling you, that's what goes into cakes.
Food mob eats jackass or something.
Jag mob.
Go for
Food
it.
ass.
I was down the whole thing.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh,
Brilliant. Fair play to you for doing it anyway.
Alright.
Yeah, no, it's gone, man.
Give it a
There's a
smell.
tiny bit left, but we're not going to make you do that.
I'll drink.
Drink it like it.
Feel bad.
It's actually not bad.
Oh.
Like it's really not bad at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't be drinking that every day.
There's a lot worse things that you could drink, like fish juice or you know.
The honey saves it.
Yeah.
Honey saved, Jesus.
We're actually going quite easy on you. So flip them out. Basically, give this to any little kids. and they will.
What?
What? Kids love.
Give this to any little kids.
Yeah, well, like only your twisted mind could think of something else there, but I'm basically
That's lovely.
talking about made this. Look, there's the stringiness.
Ah,
That's what you're looking for. There's a quarter each.
cool. Sounds good.
Oh, you can. It's a,
Everyone get in. Come on.
it's a
Mark,
group.
get off the diet right now.
I can't eat that.
Get off the diet right now. Come on.
No way.
Tom, get in here.
Eat that and tell me it's not the best you've ever had. Needs a bit of ketchup for sure. Nicely melted down.
Amazing.
That is it for Food Mob, an action-packed episode. We had Eggs Benedict, which Aaron didn't know what it was. We had a grilled cheese toasty. Tom downed his fair play for doing the bet, I think. And general all-around fun. I can't even wait. It's so good. Tune in next week for Food Mob. Next episode. Come to facebook.com/Food Mob. I don't know what he's doing.
You've got a little cheese toasty hat. You look like one of those Sherpas.
See you next week, guys.